accident.
This weekend, Saturday, February 12th, at the Opelousas Public Library at 10:30 a.m., the Friends of the Library are going to have story time for kids, story time and crafts. They'll be doing stuff with Black History Month, Valentine's Day, and Dental Health Month. They'll get bookmarks, literary worksheets, and a nice little magazine to play with, too. Give them a call. How about Mary Sashery at 942-8619?
Our public service commissioner for our district here is Mr. Clyde Holloway, a well-known person in political circles since he served as a United States congressman at one time.
And rose bushes. If you bought rose bushes, you probably bought some up there from him.
That's correct. And he had his swearing in Monday, January 31st. We wasn't able to go, but thanks for thinking about me and inviting me. And of course, I do have his numbers if you need some service related questions answered regarding your public service situations. Well, then please call me and I'll give you his number, his business number, and his cell number.
Very good.
Good luck, Clyde. Last Monday night, a week, not this Monday, but a week ago, went over to King's Truck Stop. I was bringing.
Welcome back, Kesselou.
I was bringing Malcolm Lalonde out to dinner. You know, Malcolm had a little tragedy in the family, and he's kind of down. So we were going to go and get a hamburger steak over at King's, and well, they had a scare. It was not a major fire. Small smoke started. It was a motor up in the attic that had caught fire. And of course, they had to get everybody out of the building and everything. So they did that. And while we drove up, we asked them. So we just went on down the road and we went over to Clyde DeVille's Fried Chicken King. And in Port Barre, and had some fried chicken, which I might add is very, very good, fresh, nice ladies waiting on us, and met two young people. And the reason I make a mention of this is they work for Med Express in the Port Barre office. And the young lady, Danielle, is from North Louisiana. She's down in Port Barre making a living in Opelousas and enjoying it. And her workmate there he's Rusty, and Rusty lives in Baton Rouge and working in Port Barre. So when you have those type of certifications to what they call there's a
EMT.
EMT, Emergency Medical Technician. All right, you give me the
I'm gonna get 100 today.
100 today. And anyhow, it's just nice to have these young people. They look like they're very professional, and in fact had a call while they were trying to get a little meal.
How about one more thing? We're talking about our military. One more thing going on. Thursday, February 17th at 6:30 p.m. at Our Lady of Mercy is going to be a military mass. The whole northern region of Lafayette Diocese is having this nice mass for veterans, families of veterans. Please come by. If you want more information, call Jackie Griffin, 831-2621. Miss Jackie.
Yes, sir.
One more sponsor. I'm going to sneak that by you, too. How about Joe Smith Furniture? Man, I went cutting my hair this week. You see my hair? It's fresh. I went to cut my hair, and who was sitting in there but Mr. Joe Smith himself.
Go ahead.
Visiting with me. I had to cut up with him a little bit and tease him.
He still got a little hair to cut.
Well, sure he does, man. I can tell you, but I left with, I think, the longest hair out of everybody that was there cutting that morning. I go to the old-timey barbershops, but he's got a big tax season sale right now is what he was talking about when I visited with him. You're going to get your tax check back. Good place to put it is Improve the House. Mattress sets, $148. Recliners, $238. Day beds with a mattress, $298. Dining table with 4 chairs, $198. Queen bedroom set, $758. There are too many bargains to list. 50,000 square feet of shopping. They will save you money. 12 months interest free.
And they attempt to deliver the day you buy. If you buy early enough in the daytime, they're going to try to get it to you that day or the next day. If the bed feels good,
you can sleep on it tonight.
That's right.
Oh, yeah. One more sponsor, Creative Travel. All your travel
That's where
needs.
I do my shopping when I need furniture. I forgot to mention that.
Me too.
Thank you, Mr. Mr. Joe and Miss Jane.
My babies were rocked on a rocker. The first place they were rocked was a rocker from Joe Smith, a glider.
A glider. Yeah, those were popular.
Oh, they're popular when you got a baby. They're still popular. Creative Travel, all your travel needs, depending on wherever you're going to go. If you're going all the way to Biloxi, Mississippi, they can hook you up with hotel reservations. They can hook you up with flights around the world. Creative Travel can do all that for you and help you bring your family back. That's the biggest thing that I always push with it, is that if you've got a family member who maybe hasn't flown much, doesn't know a whole lot about all that, you call, you take care of the whole thing with Creative Travel. They'll get the whole thing done, print those nice little maps. I got a friend of mine whose daughter is going to meet some people up in the Midwest. They got everything together, got the whole itinerary, little maps of what the terminal looks like, so you know where to go to catch you. Because when you get down, it's like, well, where I got to go now? You can find all that out ahead of time if you got a good travel agent. Creative Travel.
Go ahead and get one more.
Oh,
Write some
man,
notes
look at
here.
you go. How about Carl's Thrifty Way? All your medicinal needs. Carl can help you out with your medication. That's prescription drugs. That's over-the-counter type drugs.
Okay,
as well.
I'm ready. I'm
if
sorry.
you want to get stuff for your contact lenses, if you want to get stuff for Band-Aids, first aid type stuff, they got all that kind of stuff too. Just your general merchandise, not just if you got to go take that heavy prescription. While you're there getting that prescription filled, you walk around, take a look around, home decorating ideas, gifts, gift wrapping, monogramming. They do all that. They'll even go to your home and help you with home decorating. Carl's Thrifty Way.
And look on the front when you're walking in, right near the front doors.
Yes, sir.
There's a lot of special sale items, generally in good weather, right there for you to pick it up. And that's where I picked up my little saint statue.
St. Francis of Assisi statue.
Yes,
Is beautiful too.
It's beautiful.
We got February 19th for Valentine's Day. There's going to be a nice dance that helps benefit the Creators Canvas Cancer Research Foundation. Of course, Miss Teresa Stelly, her husband passed away, the father of Shane Stevens. He passed away with cancer, and to give back with all the things, they learned a lot, like most people learn about with cancer. It's not just the medical bills, it's everything else. It's all the hotels, the traveling, everything that goes on with that. So they try to give back by having this big fundraiser to help folks with cancer every year. It's going to be a Valentine's type dance. They're going to crown a king and queen and a princess. They're going to do it kind of prom style. You can call Miss Teresa at 331-2201 or her daughter-in-law, Miss Mary, 789-9299.
What about the Kane family that recently there was a fundraiser held for them, and they were over in Houston receiving some treatments at the Cancer Treatment Center?
Right, they did the fundraiser with Steamboat and Chip with Frank's Liquor Store, did the gumbo cook for them.
That's correct, and did very well. Well, while they were there, I guess last week or so, their travel trailer was stolen, and the good news is it was Jimmy Darbone with the sheriff's office reported, I guess this morning, that the trailer had been located in Houston.
Police had found
so
it.
hopefully it wasn't damaged or anything like that.
Well, I'm so excited with my sponsors today. How about I sneak one more? Okay. Steamboat Warehouse. We talked a minute ago about how they helped with Frank's with the fundraiser to help the cancer expenses. With their annual cook-off with the gumbo, a lot to give back to the community. But Steamboat Warehouse, go bring mama away from the smell of her own cooking. And Valentine's Day is right there. It's right there. So call up. They've got all kind of great specials going on for Valentine's Day. I know some people are going like this Saturday.
What is that, in about 3 or 4 weeks?
It's not far. You better go get your present now. Go get your present now.
What is it, Monday?
It's Monday or Tuesday?
14th, I think it's
14th,
Monday.
that's next week. So make sure, it is Monday. It is Monday. So make sure you get your gifts and all. But I don't know what a lot of people are doing. Instead of trying to go out that Monday when you know things are going to be crowded, a lot of people are doing things on Saturdays. So maybe you want to go out Saturday night to Steamboat or Friday. Say, Mama, let's go a little bit early. But don't forget to have a gift for the day too. Now you don't get off free just because you did it the day ahead.
I wish I had time to tell the little story about Attaway Darbone inviting me over on a Valentine's Day. He had kind of misbehaved the night before, and he wanted Adelaide. He called her Adelaide and I to go over and kind of help him patch things up with Miss Dean. Well, anyhow, that's another story, but it's going to be in the book, I can assure you.
There you go. How about this? This is something that you and I go do each year, and probably good time to do it. You and I go to retreat at Our Lady of the Oaks Retreat House in Grand Coteau each year, silent retreat with the Jesuits. This year I think we've got a layman who's going to do some of the talking and all. Nice, peaceful, laid back. It's a silent retreat. You go on a Thursday night, this year on March the 3rd, all the way through Sunday at noon, which, nice and neat. They feed you 3 meals a day, beautiful, great food. nice private room that's nice and quiet. You got time to relax, time to read. There's reading material there. Bring your own reading material. Real laid back. You only miss one day of work. Only that Friday is all you got to miss. Or maybe you're off on Friday, so it works out good for you too. If you're interested in coming to the retreat, give me a call, 351-0732. I've still got some spots left. I need to fill them. I know a lot of you that went to church this weekend may have seen the little announcement about it in the bulletin.
And if you've never been before, call me at 337-945-4010, and I'll cut you a sweetheart deal.
That's not bad.
How about that? And when we return home that day, I'm going to have my wings and everything, and I'm going to just fly on over to the Mamu Hilton and set up for Sunday afternoon, Sunday night, Monday and Tuesday at the Mamu Hilton
Mardi Gras.
in Mardi Gras.
For sure.
I'll be feeling so good. I'll be barely touching the ground. I'll have got rid of my sins.
That's true. That's true. You can do that on your iPhone app. You can kind of take the time to look over it.
How about that?
Let's talk about that, because it's bothering me, and I hear it on the news. It's all over everything. There's a new iPhone app about confessions.
Supposedly the Pope.
Yeah, the Pope wrote an application where all this money, you're going to have to spend a bunch of money. That's not how it works.
Well, they're going to raise money. I mean, the church is good for collecting money. What it's going to cost, $1.99?
$1.99. What you got is this. You've got two little priests in the Midwest who decided, some people have like a little card with all the commandments on it, and before they go to confession, they'll read over it, or maybe a little prayer book they'll read to kind of think about before they go to confession, to review everything they've done. So what these two priests did was they paid a little company, a couple $1,000, to write a little application that has the 10 Commandments on it and certain prayers and things to think about. Were you good to your neighbor?
Questioning yourself.
Right. And all it's about is you go through that and you kind of go through it and get yourself in the right frame of mind before you go to confession. It's not a thing about generating money. It's not a thing about you type in your sins and the iPhone forgives you.
No.
It's not like that.
Still have to use the priest.
Still got to go see your priest, take your time and pray to God.
I want to thank Monsignor Derwin here at Queen of Angels Church. He visited with my brother John, who, by the way, is ill, but doing well, talking and visiting with all of us, cutting up as much as he can in bed. And Monsignor Derwin has called me 5 times since he went to hear his confession and visit. And that's kind of unheard of in my experience. So Monsignor, thank you so much for all of us. John and normally just can't get over the thoughtfulness that you have for your parishioners, and I'm sure you do the same for if they're not one of your parishioners.
Well, John's not one of his
He's
parishioners.
not one of his parishioners.
That's nice. 3 minutes on radio, 3 minutes on TV. Folks, we're going to see you in a little while.